Hi there, it's Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan, and this is a 2019 Toyota Rav4 Hybrid. And yeah, it is Japan in the summer, and so you get the noise of the cicadas, and sorry about that, that's going to be the case for the next month or so. It's an every year thing here. Anyways, this is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder combined with the Toyota Hybrid Synergy Drive. Pretty decent amount of power, I suspect. I am guessing the 2.5 liters putting out somewhere just below 200 horsepower plus the power of the hybrid. That's going to be no slouch on a, I guess, crossover-y size vehicle like this one. I must say, something like this is going to be about as popular as you get. You know, it is the crossover, it's a Toyota, it's a hybrid, plenty of room inside. It's going to be the perfect type of vehicle for so many people. I'm going to go ahead and close the hood here. We're not shooting too many vehicles this new. 2019 is only a 5-year-old vehicle this year. This one's going to Kenya. We don't have a ton of customers from Kenya. Unfortunately, there's a lot of business that sends really junky cars over to Africa. And the market there just doesn't understand that you can purchase the cars yourself instead of from inventory. And as a result, I think a lot of people get hosed, unfortunately. So here you can see there's no tachometer, it's just your power, echo, and charge gauge, and then your fuel gauge, and your heat gauge. You have a screen in the middle, I guess it's a multi-function. Big screen over here, apparently this one tilts as well, I didn't really get into it. And then a bunch more stuff in the interior, we'll come back to this in a sec, but for the rest of the report, shut that car off. So the battery was dead, not the hybrid battery, just the regular 12-volt battery, needed a jump. If you want, we can get that changed. I highly recommend you get the batteries changed here in Japan before the cars go out, because you don't want to cause stress on the system. You know, if it is a car with an alternator, I know this one doesn't have an alternator, but if it's a car with an alternator, it's going to wear out the alternator as it continuously goes through the process of shipping. Like lots of start the engine for a few minutes, stop the engine, jump it again, run for a few minutes, stop it, all throughout the export process. It's like that. Probably a good idea to get that battery changed. It's cheap, it's good insurance, and you don't have to jump the car when it comes in. Also, take a look, the car's really dusty. This one, I guess, got pollen attacked, just came in today, and so I don't think that it happened while it was here. I don't think it was these trees giving it a pollen attack, but it has been off and on rainy recently and windy and stuff, so not surprised. So let's go over the sheet. This is an auction read 4.5 with an interior B. Overall, very good condition. A few things here and there I'll get into in the video. It's 36,936 kilometers. That's authentic mileage. Purchased from user. Alloy wheels, power steering, power windows, TV, Navi, and airbag. The report here from the inspector said steering wheel wear, and it's actually fairly worn, unfortunately. Seat side is saggy and very small scratches and small dents. The diagram here, the body is actually pretty close to perfect. It has a few minor scratches. All of them look like you'll be able to polish the scratches out. The roof has a few dents. Not the biggest problem in the world because the roof is higher than you'll be able to see. But they are there, and I'll point those out as well. It also says windshield rock chip, which isn't something that I'm going to be too worried about on most of the cars. Because usually it's like 0.5 millimeter and not even all the way through the glass. Okay, so let's do once around here. We are shooting in a slightly different location than usual because we're doubling up on the reports, at least for the picture portion of them. Included in this report, usually about 100 plus, well, we say 100 pictures, but it's usually around 120 or so. Depends on how clean the car is. And yeah, Mr. Jacob is down there shooting an Aristo in the regular location. And I know the camera's not playing with me with the focus. It has a power back door, and the wheels still has the original tires on it from 2019. You're going to need to change those tires. I guess the 36,000 kilometers wore out the tires. The rear one's at about 10% and the front one's at about 20%. Well, it's quite a nice looking vehicle. I could absolutely understand why people buy these. It is, I guess, the smallest Toyota truck you can get outside of an open deck BB. Okay, and it just looks good. Everything looks good. Let's start. Well, normally at this point I would be showing you all of the defects, but there's not really a lot of defects. Perfect. A little scratch here, and a little scratch here, and that's about the worst of it. Maybe a little bit of discoloration in the over fender, normal kind of thing. No dents or anything coming down here. Looking pretty good all the way down. This is very Toyota recently, these kind of body lines that you get the slash down here from the tail light and the window. This like coming down like that. You see on a lot of like the 4Runner / Hilux Surf and that. And I guess Highlander. A couple of mirrors here. And then signal in the mirror. And this has all of the new toys like the blind spot warning. It'll light up here going, oh no, there's a car here. For all y'all people who don't do shoulder checks. Okay. There are a few other scratches. I can't remember exactly where they are, but I will point them out if I remember them. There's those ones there. I think that might be all of them. Oh, this one here. The one on the door, this is the worst of all. Has some chips here, and it looks like they scraped this section here at the same time. And then a little scratch there. Okay. The rest of this, all looking good. Headlights, very modern, has the LED strip in there. Okay, the dents on the roof, let's go have a look at those now. And it's right in this area. And hope you can see that. It's really nothing to worry about. Let's open the trunk, and the trunk makes a little bit of a noise when you open it. It's not like, I guess, Porsche or Mercedes-Benz. See the I don't think that's a problem. Maybe it actually makes that sound because it's been engineered well. It seems like the German ones always tend to break. Okay, looking clean and good inside here. We do have a bit of a deep scratch down in here. It's made out of a plastic that I know is going to scratch as well. It just looks like scratches to me. You can kind of see them in here. So when you put something in here, just make sure it's not rolling around. You do have tie down locations. There's one here and on the opposite side, and one over here. If you do need to tie something bigger down, I highly recommend it. Enough people are not doing that. Okay, it doesn't have a spare tire, but it has a jack and a tire seal kit in the tool kit there. Underneath, of course, on such a new car, is not going to have any troubles with rust. Has the full anchors for the child seats in the back, and it's a 40-60 split here. Okay, it did not come equipped with a tonneau cover. On a lot of newer cars, those are optional. We have a button here to close. So let's go ahead and press that. Okay, the car has a nice sitting upright position for the driver, for the passenger. I think that it's kind of the ideal position. People like to be up a little bit higher to get a little bit better visibility, especially in a more modern car that has a higher hood line than the earlier cars did. Okay. Door cards are all looking good. I like the design. I like the little ribbing in here on the plastic. It gives it a nice feeling when you go to grab that. It says Rav4 by the speaker. Nice little attention to detail. Place for a pet bottle. And I really like the seat design with the contrasting stitching. It gives it a nice sporty or modern look, and I like that a lot. And then the seat itself, get my hand out of there, quite long, so you're not feeling like the seats are only for kids. I'm not sure why, but the seatbelt is on. There we go. Has a cushion in the middle. This one has places for 2 drinks. You also have plugins here. What kind of plug-in is that? I can't really see because my finger's in the way. Okay, so the old USB style, which is still very much in use today. And then lots and lots of leg room. So absolutely possible for 4 adults, and then 2 adults, 3 kids are very easily done in here as well. I'm not sure what this vent is for. I wonder what this is. I wonder if there's a speaker in there. I wouldn't think so because there's a speaker in the door. And it's not AC most likely because it doesn't look like there's anywhere for AC to come into there. We do have the AC vents for the back right there as well. Loads of headroom in here, and visibility is pretty good for a modern car. Not as good as older cars, but what you get in lack of visibility you usually pick up in safety. and in looks. You know, people like cars that look like this. Okay, what can I say about the door card? It's pretty much the exact same as the one in the back. I do like this design. It's cool. Okay, 4 power windows, of course, power folding mirror, and then heated seats for the driver and passenger. The driver gets a power seat while the passenger doesn't get a power seat, and then it has a memory seat with 2 functions for this driver's seat as well. Again, it has the bolstered, sporty look to it, but it's not uncomfortably sporty like several sports cars are. Steering wheel. This is a little bit of a surprise that the steering wheel does this. I've seen it on a lot of this style of leather steering wheel where it just starts to peel, but usually it doesn't happen until several more years. 5 years to have that kind of peeling is a little bit early. And since this is the only time that I've seen one of these Rav4s, I can't say if this is a normal thing for them to do or if it was just this car being worse. Maybe the driver had a bunch of rough rings or something and would constantly be rubbing that area. Not too sure. Okay, there's a number of scratches in here, which is also weird. People shouldn't be touching that ever. But maybe they would like put a phone in here or put something in there and it would just scuff and scratch things. Okay, everything else looks pretty much immaculate in here. I really like these rubberized big knobs, makes it easy to use. The AC is a single zone AC, but seems to work really well. Heated seats have a low setting and a high setting, and then traction control off button over here. You get an HDMI port in here. I don't know how to open that. There we go. Oh, HDMI and another USB. Cigarette lighter adapter. A rubberized mat. There might be wireless charging in that. This was about the time that we were starting to see that. Might have been an option. I'm not too sure. You can run it in EV mode. There's also trail mode, eco, and sport, and then push for normal. Okay, it is a hybrid. I'm not sure how many people are going to be going off-road, but it is cool to have those features in case you need it. I suspect maybe in Kenya you do need it, more so than you would in, you know, the concrete jungle that most people are buying these cars for. So, ooh, nice little rubberized slot in here. That's handy for phones for sure. Okay, and kind of a small glove box, honestly. Apparently the screen does tilt. Got a place for your glasses. Okay. And yeah, it just feels nice and good in here, as it should. Not a ton more to say about this. It's a hybrid RAV4, and it's going to make a lot of people happy. It's the type of car that plenty of people are going to want to get. Good fuel economy, got a 4-wheel drive, it's got the Toyota reliability and brand image, and it looks like a cool, rugged little off-road thing. Alright, that's all we got for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.